Imagine a peaceful afternoon hike turning into a nightmare that shakes a small town to its core. This is the reality of the Delphi murders, a case that has left the true crime community captivated and the families of two young girls, Abigail Williams and Liberty German, desperate for answers. Delphi, Indiana, is a small, tight knit town where everyone knows each other, and it's the kind of place where a crime of this magnitude is unimaginable. Abigail Williams, 13, and Liberty German, 14, were best friends who shared a love for adventure and the outdoors. On February 13th, 2017, the girls decided to spend their day off from school exploring the Monon High Bridge Trail, a popular hiking spot known for its picturesque views and the historic, yet somewhat eerie, Monon High Bridge. As they set off on their hike, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. The trail was a familiar place, and the girls were excited to document their day, snapping photos and recording videos as they walked. However, as the hours passed, concern grew when the girls didn't return home at the expected time. Their families, knowing something was wrong, immediately reported them missing, sparking a search that would soon uncover a terrifying reality. The next day, searchers made a chilling discovery. The bodies of Abby and Libby were found in a wooded area near Deer Creek, just a short distance from the trail. The horror of their deaths was compounded by the fact that the last moments of their lives had been partially captured on Libby's phone. This piece of evidence, a brief audio clip of a man's voice saying "down the hill" and a grainy image of the suspect, would become central to the investigation, but also leave the community with more questions than answers. This case quickly gained national attention not only because of the brutality of the crime, but also due to the haunting evidence left behind by the girls. Despite extensive efforts by law enforcement and the public, the case remains unsolved, with the identity of the killers still unknown. The fact that such a heinous act could happen in a place like Delphi has left the town and the true crime community desperate for closure, as the mystery of who killed Abigail Williams and Liberty German continues to hang over the town like a dark cloud. The Delphi murders stand as a tragic reminder of how quickly life can change and how even the safest communities are not immune to evil. This introduction sets the stage for a deeper exploration into the case, the ongoing investigation, and the emotional toll it has taken on everyone involved. The day after Abigail Williams and Liberty German went missing, a search team made a grim discovery that would forever change the small town of Delphi, Indiana. Their bodies were found in a secluded, wooded area near Deer Creek, not far from the Monon High Bridge where they were last seen. The discovery was not just heartbreaking, it was shocking. Delphi, a community of just over 3,000 people, had never experienced such a heinous crime. The town, known for its close-knit atmosphere and quiet, rural charm, was thrust into the national spotlight as the gravity of the crime set in. The discovery of Abby and Libby's bodies marked the beginning of a deeply unsettling and complex investigation. What made this case particularly haunting was a piece of evidence that surfaced shortly after their bodies were found, a recording on Liberty's phone. The recording captured the voice of an unidentified man calmly instructing the girls to go down the hill. This brief audio clip, along with a grainy image of the suspect, both captured in the moments before their deaths, became central to the investigation. The audio clip, though short, was chilling. It provided a harrowing glimpse into the last moments of the girls' lives and suggested that they had encountered their killer shortly before their tragic end. The man's voice, calm and authoritative, left investigators and the public alike with an eerie sense of the unknown. Who was this man? What were his intentions? These questions lingered in the minds of everyone following the case, adding to the sense of dread and urgency to find the perpetrator. Despite the release of this evidence, the investigation faced numerous challenges. The image captured by Liberty was too blurry to provide a clear identification, and the audio, while crucial, offered little to go on. Law enforcement received thousands of tips, but each one seemed to lead to a dead end. The investigation was painstaking, and as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the frustration grew both for the investigators and for the grieving families and community. The discovery of the bodies and the subsequent release of the audio clip not only shocked Delphi but also captivated the nation. The case quickly became a focal point for true crime enthusiasts and amateur sleuths who dissected every piece of available evidence in online forums and discussion groups. The sense of urgency and the need for justice became a shared feeling, extending far beyond the borders of Delphi. As the investigation continued, the impact on the Delphi community was profound. The town was left grappling with the reality that a killer was still at large and the fear that another tragedy could strike. Schools, churches, and local organizations rallied together to support the families of Abby and Libby, offering comfort and solidarity in the face of unimaginable grief. The once peaceful trails and parks of Delphi were now tinged with a sense of fear, a stark reminder of the lives lost and the evil that had invaded their community. The case of Abby and Libby remains unresolved, and the chilling discovery of their bodies is a haunting chapter in the story of Delphi. The town, and indeed the entire nation, continues to seek answers and justice for two young girls whose lives were cut tragically short. The haunting voice captured on Liberty's phone serves as a constant reminder that the search for the truth is far from over and that the fight for justice must continue. From the very beginning, the investigation into the Delphi murders was marked by an intense and determined effort to uncover the truth. The chilling audio clip and the grainy image of the suspect, both captured on Liberty German's phone, became the focal points of the investigation. These pieces of evidence were rare in their significance, offering a direct connection to the perpetrator in the moments before the crime was committed. However, despite their importance, identifying the man in the photograph and the voice in the audio proved to be an incredibly difficult task. Law enforcement agencies, including the Indiana State Police and the FBI, launched a massive investigation that spanned across multiple states. The public was urged to come forward with any information that might lead to the identification of the suspect. Thousands of tips poured in from across the country, each one meticulously followed up by investigators. The grainy image and the brief audio clip were analyzed by experts with the hope that advanced technology could provide clarity, but the results were limited. As the investigation progressed, sketches of the suspect were released to the public. The first sketch, released in July 2017, depicted an older man with a beard and cap. However, in 2019, law enforcement released a new sketch that looked markedly different this time, showing a younger, clean-shaven man. The dramatic change in the suspect's appearance sparked widespread confusion and debate, both within the community and among the public at large. It suggested that investigators had received new, significant information that shifted their understanding of the suspect's identity. Despite the tireless efforts of law enforcement, the investigation was plagued by challenges. The grainy nature of the photograph and the indistinct quality of the audio clip left much to interpretation. Public interest in the case remained high, with online forums and true crime communities discussing every possible theory and analyzing the evidence. However, these discussions often led to the spread of misinformation, further complicating the investigation. The families of Abby and Libby have remained at the forefront of the quest for justice. Despite the years that have passed, they continue to advocate for their daughters, participating in media interviews and keeping the case in the public eye. The frustration and anguish they feel grow with each passing year as the case remains unsolved. Yet their resolve has never wavered. They remain steadfast in their belief that the killer will be brought to justice. The investigation into the Delphi murders is still ongoing, and law enforcement continues to pursue every lead. The community of Delphi lives in the shadow of this unsolved crime, but the collective hope for resolution persists. The case stands as a testament to the challenges of solving complex crimes, even with the aid of modern technology, and serves as a stark reminder of the impact such tragedies have on the lives of those left behind. Delphi, Indiana, is a small town where the sense of community runs deep. With a population of just over 3,000, it's the kind of place where people know each other by name, where neighbors look out for one another, and where the idea of a violent crime is almost unthinkable. The murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German shattered this idyllic image, leaving a profound and lasting impact on the town. The loss of Abby and Libby was not just a family tragedy, it was a communal one. The safety that the residents of Delphi once took for granted was stripped away overnight. Parents who once felt comfortable letting their children play outside or walk the local trails now feared for their safety. The knowledge that a killer could be among them and that the crime remains unsolved has left a lingering sense of unease and vulnerability. But in the face of this horrific crime, the Delphi community has shown remarkable resilience. The tragedy has united the town in a way that few other events could. Vigils have been held where hundreds of residents gathered to remember the girls, lighting candles and sharing stories about their lives. These events are not only about mourning, but also about solidarity, showing that the town stands together in its grief and its determination to seek justice. Memorials have been established throughout the town, serving as constant reminders of Abby and Libby's presence in the community. The Monon High Bridge Trail, once a symbol of the town's natural beauty, has become a place of reflection and remembrance. Local businesses have also come together to support the cause, hosting fundraisers to aid the ongoing investigation and to support the families of the victims. These efforts are a testament to the town's enduring spirit and its refusal to let this tragedy define them. The impact of the murders on Delphi goes beyond the immediate aftermath. It has sparked conversations about safety, mental health, and the importance of community support. The residents of Delphi have shown incredible strength in the face of adversity, and their continued efforts to keep Abby and Libby's memory alive speak volumes about their character. The community's resolve to see justice served is unwavering, and it serves as a powerful reminder that, even in the darkest of times, unity and love can prevail. While the pain of the loss will never fully fade, the people of Delphi continue to support each other, holding on to the hope that one day justice will be done. The tragedy has left a deep scar on the town, but it has also revealed the depth of the community's compassion and determination, qualities that will help them heal and move forward no matter how long the road to justice may be. Over the years, the investigation into the Delphi murders has seen multiple persons of interest, but none have led to a definitive arrest. Each potential lead has brought a mix of hope and frustration as the community and the families of Abby and Libby continue to wait for justice. The lack of a clear suspect has allowed for a wide range of theories to emerge, some grounded in facts, others fueled by speculation. One of the most persistent theories is that the killer might be someone local, someone who knew the area well and could navigate the trails with ease. This theory is bolstered by the fact that Delphi is a small town where an outsider might stand out. The suspect's familiarity with the terrain and the secluded spot where the bodies were found suggests a degree of local knowledge. Some residents have speculated that the killer could be someone they know, which only adds to the town's unease. On the other hand, there is also speculation that the perpetrator could be an out of towner, possibly someone passing through or with no direct connection to Delphi. This theory is supported by the fact that, despite extensive investigations, no one in the town has been definitively linked to the crime. The idea that the killer might have been a drifter or someone who simply came to Delphi to commit the crime and then left is a chilling possibility that has kept investigators looking beyond the local community. Further complicating the investigation are the rumors of possible connections to other unsolved crimes in the region. Some believe that the Delphi murders might be linked to similar cases, suggesting the work of a serial offender. However, law enforcement has not confirmed any connections, leaving this theory in the realm of speculation. One of the most controversial aspects of the case is the amount of information that law enforcement has chosen to withhold from the public. While it is common practice in investigations to keep certain details confidential to preserve the integrity of the case, the secrecy in the Delphi investigation has fueled a great deal of frustration and speculation. Many in the true crime community, including amateur sleuths and online investigators, have tried to piece together the puzzle with the limited information available. This has led to a proliferation of theories, some based on credible insights, while others veer into the realm of conspiracy. The decision to withhold information has sparked debate about transparency and the public's role in solving crimes. Some argue that releasing more details could lead to a breakthrough, while others believe that the police are right to protect certain information until a solid lead emerges. The balance between maintaining the confidentiality of the investigation and satisfying public curiosity is a delicate one, and it has been a source of ongoing tension in this case. As time passes, the theories surrounding the Delphi murders continue to evolve. The internet has become a hub for discussion, with numerous forums and social media platforms dedicated to analyzing every aspect of the case. While this collective effort keeps the case in the public eye, it also highlights the challenges faced by law enforcement as they navigate a sea of speculation and misinformation. The identity of the Delphi killer remains one of the most pressing mysteries in the true crime world, and until a definitive breakthrough is made, the theories and suspects will continue to circulate, keeping the case alive in the minds of those who seek justice for Abby and Libby. The Delphi case has become a focal point for the online true crime community, capturing the attention of countless people across the globe. Social media platforms like Reddit, YouTube, and Twitter have become hubs for discussion, analysis, and speculation. Dedicated threads on Reddit dissect every piece of available information, from the chilling audio clip to the suspect sketches, with users contributing their theories and insights. YouTube creators have produced countless videos that delve into the case, exploring everything from potential suspects to the psychological profile of the killer. Podcasts have also played a significant role, with episodes dedicated to unraveling the complexities of the investigation, often featuring interviews with experts, law enforcement, and even family members of the victims. This massive online engagement has kept the Delphi case in the public eye, ensuring that it remains a priority for law enforcement and media outlets alike. The true crime community has generated tips and theories that have, at times, been valuable to the investigation. Some of these tips have led to new lines of inquiry, while others have helped keep the case alive in the public consciousness, preventing it from fading into obscurity. However, the widespread attention has not been without its drawbacks. The families of Abby and Libby have had to endure constant scrutiny as the case is dissected by strangers online. The intense focus has sometimes led to insensitive speculation, with amateur sleuths delving into the personal lives of the victims and their families, often making unfounded accusations. The line between helpful investigation and harmful intrusion is a delicate one, and in the Delphi case, it has sometimes been crossed. The public's involvement, while driven by a genuine desire to help, can sometimes lead to the spread of misinformation or baseless theories that complicate the investigation. Law enforcement has had to navigate the challenges of managing public expectations and correcting false leads generated by the internet. Despite these challenges, the continued interest and vigilance of the online community serve as a double-edged sword, keeping the case active but also presenting unique challenges for those closest to it. In recent months, there has been a renewed sense of optimism surrounding the Delphi case. Law enforcement has hinted at possible breakthroughs, suggesting that new evidence or leads may be bringing them closer to identifying the killer. These hints have sparked hope among the families and the wider community that an arrest might finally be on the horizon. One of the most significant developments was the release of a new suspect sketch in 2019. This sketch, which depicted a much younger man than the original image, reignited interest in the case and suggested that investigators had received new, credible information that shifted their focus. The updated sketch was accompanied by a call for the public to come forward with any information that could help identify the man in the drawing, leading to a fresh wave of tips and speculation. These recent developments have breathed new life into the investigation, and while there is still much work to be done, the possibility of a resolution feels more tangible than it has in years. The hope is that with continued public support and diligent investigative work, justice for Abby and Libby will soon be within reach. The Delphi case, marked by years of frustration and heartbreak, now carries with it a renewed sense of purpose as the community and the nation await the day when the killer is finally brought to justice. For the families of Abby and Libby, the years since the murders have been a relentless emotional journey marked by profound grief, deep frustration, and an unyielding determination to seek justice. Their lives, once filled with the everyday joys and challenges of raising teenage daughters, have been overshadowed by the pain of their loss and the ongoing fight to find their daughter's killer. Every day is a reminder of the tragedy that took Abby and Libby from them, and every new piece of evidence or development in the case brings with it a mix of hope and despair. Interviews with the families reveal not only the depth of their sorrow, but also their extraordinary resilience. Despite the unimaginable pain they carry, they have remained vocal and active in their pursuit of justice. They have become advocates not only for their daughters, but also for other families who face similar tragedies. Through media appearances, public statements, and participation in community events, they continue to keep Abby and Libby's memories alive. Their unwavering hope and strength have been a source of inspiration for many, even as they navigate the roller coaster of emotions that comes with every update, every tip, and every day that passes without an arrest. The emotional toll on these families is immeasurable. The constant reminders of what they've lost, coupled with the uncertainty of not knowing who is responsible, have taken a significant toll on their mental and emotional well being. Yet they persist, driven by the love they have for their daughters and the need for closure. Their journey is a testament to the enduring power of a parent's love and the lengths to which they will go to seek justice for their children. The Delphi murders are more than just a tragic story, they are emblematic of the ongoing struggle for justice in a world where safety can be shattered in an instant. This case has captivated the nation not only because of the horror of the crime, but because of what it represents: the fight against evil, the quest for truth, and the resilience of a community that refuses to be defined by tragedy. The case has raised critical questions about the effectiveness of modern investigative techniques. Despite advancements in forensic science and technology, the Delphi murders remain unsolved, highlighting the challenges law enforcement faces in cases where evidence is scarce or unclear. It has also shone a light on the role of the media in high profile cases where the balance between informing the public and protecting the integrity of the investigation is delicate and often contentious. Furthermore, the impact of social media on the investigation has been profound. While it has helped keep the case in the public eye, it has also fueled speculation and spread misinformation, complicating the efforts of law enforcement. The Delphi murders have become a case study in how the digital age influences criminal investigations, for better or worse. This case matters because it underscores the importance of community, persistence, and hope. It is a reminder that justice, while sometimes elusive, is worth fighting for, and that the memory of those we've lost can inspire a collective effort to make the world a safer place. As we close this chapter, the haunting mystery of the Delphi murders remains unsolved. The voices of Abby and Libby still echo in the hearts of their loved ones and in the minds of everyone who has followed their story. The pain of their loss continues to resonate not only in Delphi but across the nation as people wait for the day when justice is finally served. The search for answers is ongoing, and with each passing day, the hope is that we are one step closer to uncovering the truth. The determination of the families, the community, and all those who have been touched by this case ensures that the fight for justice will not wane. The Delphi murders remain an open wound, but the belief that justice will eventually prevail keeps the pursuit alive. The hope is that one day soon we can finally close the book on this tragic case, bringing peace to the families who have suffered so much and allowing the town of Delphi to begin the healing process. Until then, the unresolved mysteries of this case will continue to weigh heavily on all who seek justice for Abby and Libby. Stay informed and involved, whether by sharing tips, supporting the families, or simply keeping Abby and Libby's story alive. Every piece of information, every shared story brings us one step closer to justice. If you have any information, no matter how small, reach out to the authorities. Together, we can help solve the mystery of the Delphi murders and bring closure to the families who deserve it. Your involvement could be the key to unlocking the truth and ensuring that justice is finally served.